Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. My name is Yadira. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. In today's video, I do have a special guest, and that happens to be my handy dandy notebook. I've been keeping track of my handbag usage for 2025, and today I'm gonna let you know how it is that I am doing so far in the year by showing you the top monthly winners. And I don't have anything for month of August because August is not yet over. I think I knew this, but there's a reoccurring theme. And quick shout out to Melissa Wade because she did a video. I don't remember if it was 2024 or the year prior, but she did a video where she kept track of her handbags, and I'm gonna try to look for that. I want to say it was Melissa Wade. If it was somebody else, I will most definitely put that here. But anyways, taking on that same idea for 2025, I did do a bullet journal, and in here I do have so many different things, not just handbag or luxury related, but also like I wanted to keep track of some spending in some areas, as well as my reading habits and my exercise and all of those things. So this is basically my 2025 journal or diary, I guess. So off to the side, I will be kind of showing you how it is that I crafted my notebook, just in case you do want something similar. So for the month of August, I am keeping track of that on my phone, and then I will put it on my notebook. But so far, this is a little sneak peek of what the year looks like. I'm gonna start with January. So January, surprisingly, I always thought that I would use like one handbag for a full month before I actually started logging my handbag carrying activity. And for the month of January, surprisingly, I used a lot of bags, but the one bag that I used the most during this month was something that actually made me happy. I was very glad because it was one of my newest bags for my collection at the time, and seeing how much I was using it and how it won popular handbag of month of January, that made me happy. And this handbag is my Celine micro luggage in the color cerise. Every time I see this bag, I'm literally blown away by how gorgeous it is, not just by the looks, but just like the craftsmanship. The color might be contributing to it as well, but I feel like this bag is so beautiful, and just carrying it around, it makes it feel very expensive. Yes, it was expensive, but even more expensive than my expensive bags, if that makes any sense. And it could just be, you know, the leather, because I primarily do have canvas bags, and this is something different compared to my majority of my collection. Just even the interior being microfiber, and probably the way the color is more of a neutral, it pairs well with a lot of things in my closet. So it's been a favorite for the month of January. This was the overall winner. And at the end of the year, or I guess I should say January 2026, I do kind of plan to give you like a summary of each of the bags that I used throughout the month, whereas here I'm just going to tell you which one was the one that was a favorite for each month. That way you can kind of see how well it is that I use my collection, and even so for me as well, so that I know what are my least used versus my most used, and not like what I feel is my most used, but like statistically what is my most used handbag. So for the month of February, I don't know what it is about this particular handbag, but this handbag was surely something that I enjoyed, because for the entire month of February I only carried the one bag. This bag is a beauty. It's a limited edition within my collection, and it's one that I am more than happy that I have within my collection because of the color, because of the construction, the silhouette, the versatility, and how well it apparently pairs with my many outfits for the month of February. The handbag that I am speaking about is my Louis Vuitton Speedy 25 bandolier emprunt in the wine color. I want to say that this was a favorite for February because of the color being a little bit more romantic. And not just that, this is one of my favorite handbags. The usage of this particular handbag did bleed into the month of March, but only for half. And when tallying each of the days, this was my most used handbag also for the month of March 2025. Beautiful handbag. Happy that I have her. Stunning, great things. Just kind of pushes me to say that I do want 25 even more than I thought so before. For the month of April, as if I didn't already discovered, similar to February and March, I had a handbag within my collection that was almost nearly the same, but just a little bit of a difference. This is a bag that was the next size up from the one that I just showed you, as well as in a different material. And the bag is the Speedy Bandolier size size 30 in the Damier Ebene by Louis Vuitton. This bag was my most used for the month of April, and I am very happy because before picking it up and having it mostly used for the month of April, I thought that I wasn't really using it as much as I would have liked to. So to see the way the month actually played out, I'm more than happy about that. And I think that whenever I got my 25, my husband kept saying, oh, I really love that size on you compared to the 30. So I kind of favored the 25 over the 30 ever since then. And I got that in 2023. So I've had it for 2 years, but I still use this one ever since then, but not as much as I would have the 25. But that did change because she was the winner for the month of April. Coming on to the month of May, and this, I don't know if it was the weather. I have no idea what happened between April and May and even up to today. Ever since the spring, we've had a lot of rainy days, which is kind of good, but at the same time, is, you know, we gotta be careful with what we are actually wearing out and about. So for the month of May, my most used handbag was one that packed the punch with the versatility of the way that I can use it, and that is my On The Go in the size MM by Louis Vuitton. This is the giant reverse monogram bag, and I sort of talked about something that I did to this bag, and that was I scratched it, so you can kind of see a big scratch there. And ever since then, I'm trying to use this bag way more. That happened in May. I did take a break. I did kind of swap, and that is because apparently for the month of June, I really missed my Celine. So for the month of June, it came back to this beautiful handbag right here as being popular and the one I wanted to gravitate towards using and preferring for that month. Now, so far, what you can see is that they're all top handles. And spoiler, all of them are top handles. So coming on to the last month that I have data for, that is the month of July. And in July, I came back to my On The Go. So being the early days of August and me just letting you know that this is the current bag that I'm using, the one that I used a lot in July, and primarily, not gonna lie, that is because of my scratch. So I do want to use this one so much more. And then plus, I'm currently reading a book that's a little bit hefty, and that fits in actually both of these two handbags, the Celine and the On The Go, that I feel that this might be the bag that I'm gonna be using for the next few days. Now, I do kind of want to switch that up, but so far, these are the 4 handbags that I have been using for the last 7 months in 2025. I will give you some numbers because I did kind of tally down the actual usage of the bags. Starting off with my Celine, I have used this bag for a total of 30 days so far within the year. So about a full month usage of that particular handbag. My next most used handbag would be my Speedy 30 in the Damier Ebene. I've used this a total of 26 days so far within the year. So I guess you can say equivalent to the month of February, since that month is kind of shorter than all the rest. Third on the list is my Speedy Wine, Speedy 25. I've used this a total of 44 days so far within the year, which I guess is not bad. That is a pretty good depiction of how I do like that bag. And then, not by much, but the next most used is my On The Go. I've used it for a total of 46 days so far within the year. Now, if you tally over those numbers, that is 146 days. And yes, I have used other bags. So for 146 days compared to the year, that is 40% of the year. And these bags overwhelmingly been the most chosen, the most desired to use, my most favorited within the year. Let me know down below what is some of your favorites within your collection. If you're not already a part of my channel, be sure to subscribe so you can stay tuned to see what are my 2025 yearly stats for all of the bags within my collection. If you have any questions, please let me know what that is. If you want to share your most used so far, please let me know down in the comments below. I want to thank you so very much for spending a little bit of your day with me, and I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.